after miss from the field.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. To halt the run, and the rejection by MP.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Now, here's Fox. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Johnson outside. A high post shot. The second chance effort. And Wembanyama with the layup.
Yeah, you have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Memphis was simply terrific. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. And with the flashy numbers he put up in that one, it's worth the price of admission just to see how he follows it up. Guys?
Great stuff, Allie. Great. How impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Capella. Tari Eason comes in for Smith. Okogie's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Amen Thompson. So it's the Rockets now, following the three-pointer by San Antonio. MP, good.
And when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter, you have got to be kidding.
Here's Westbrook. MP grabs the miss.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here's Westbrook. His last outing, 16 points for him. Barnes can't get it to go. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's MP. Rebounded by Castle. Spurs trail by 15. Left side, Westbrook. Pass to Barnes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA. Oh, my goodness!
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's an Energizer boost heading into the next quarter. You know he's got to be fired up.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Rockets ahead, up by 16. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. We've got Barnes. Russell Westbrook out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then it's Stephon Castle. And it's Olynyk in at the center, locking down the middle. And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
MP, no good. Spurs trail by 14. Westbrook with it. Picked up by VanVleet. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered in the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
And MP throws it down.
The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
And stolen by Castle. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Misses the three. Rockets leading by 17. Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
Look at how swiftly MP moves to the rim there.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And the Rockets making a change here. Durant's checked in. Spurs also with the sub. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Olynyk. Pass to Castle. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. No good again that time.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Drains it from beyond the arc. MP's got 35.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Rockets have brought in the right veterans. Coach Ime Udoka said, quote, their approach rubbed off on our entire team. We can only teach so much, but you have to have guys that have carved out their niche in the league with that edge and that defensive mentality. It was invaluable for our team. Back to you.
You know, they've got that grit. Thank you, Allie. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. And so, MP will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
It's good.
I mean, how can you not be excited about this guy's future? Wembanyama just cutting the D to shreds.
You know, Stan, you look at Wembanyama's frame. Does he need to get any stronger? Put on more muscle, more bulk?
Well, Kevin, of course he could use to improve on his strength, but he's strong enough right now to be one of the best players in the league. We've seen that, but as he gets older, a lot of that strength's just going to come naturally. The scary thing is for coaches and players around the league, not on his team, this guy's just going to keep getting better.
On the wing, Fox. Covered by MP. Fox, no good.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
A three from MP. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Yeah, just another thing MP does for this team. Space the floor.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Westbrook. San Antonio again missing. And good! There's another. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Castle. Scoreless thus far. To the paint. It's tipped. And Wembanyama throws it down.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And so it's Houston sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. Right back after this break.
Hello, folks. Still a ways off from All-Star Weekend, but let's first check in on who's in the running for this year's three-point contest.
Man, this is a crazy list. Plenty of familiar names on it here, but a couple of outliers, too. I love to root for the underdogs.
Not many outliers have won this event, but it's possible. Anybody can get hot. And now back to our game. What a half from MP.
The biggest reason they're up, MP. He's on a mission, doing just about everything. This team really leans on him.
I was on a few teams that leaned on me. Big responsibility, but MP looks good so far.
That'll do it for our show.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one could stop him.
The perimeter pair will be Thompson next to Durant. Clint Capella is out there with Jabari Smith. And it's MP in at point. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And, Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future. And they've already shown they can make a major impact.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
The kick out to Harper. Buries it from three-point range. Harper's got 5 points so far.
Ultra competitive. That's a nice answer by Harper.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Outside Fox, and the shot is good. Fox has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Hits it from three-point range.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Floats it up for Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
MP against Fox, and here's MP for 3.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
Harper in the corner, and he's good on the 3 ball. Harper's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Spurs.
Locked and loaded. Harper got it away like he never even had it.
The 3 from MP. Good on the 3-point shot. MP's got 11 points here in just the second half.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
Puts the move on, and it's Fox with the jam.
Terrific finish from Fox. One of the more explosive guards that we have in the league.
Well, Stan, after 8 seasons with the Kings, a new chapter for De'Aaron Fox now in San Antonio.
Yeah, Kevin, and look, you got to be excited about that if you're a San Antonio fan. De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama together. Is there a better pick and roll combination in the league? The sky's the limit for that duo.
He hangs, and another one falls.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
A great sign for MP in his career, the ability to convert in traffic.
With the step back. And stolen by Thompson. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Clint Capella. Tari Eason comes in for Smith. Okogie's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Thompson. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Olynyk, he's checked in for Johnson. Harrison Barnes comes in for Devin Vassell. Castle's checked in for Harper. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, guys. Fred VanVleet is a leader for the Rockets. Their coach, Ime Udoka, says Fred sometimes goes against his natural inclination, playing the good cop because Ime himself is so hard on that. But adds, Fred is a grumpy dude. He always finds something to be mad at. We need that with our team. Back to you guys.
They love his disposition. Okay, thank you, Allie. Westbrook, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And a deep three from MP. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pulls up. Westbrook can't get it to go.
Familiar results for him. He can't get anything to go.
Here's MP into the lane.
Well, it's easy to see why they continue to call his number. He's delivered, and he's the leading scorer in this game.
The kick out to Barnes. And so it's MP making things happen for the Houston Rockets. He had some kind of quarter from long range. Winds up with 15 points from beyond the arc. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for San Antonio, we've got De'Aaron Fox. Barnes out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Castle in at the 3 slot.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
All by himself. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Then one on Castle.
Meeting the defense's challenge. That's really all you can ask of a young player like MP.
And as if the Spurs stand weren't already stocked with young talent, they moved up from 8th to the number 2 spot in the May draft lottery.
An embarrassment of riches, Kevin. And if any organization knows how to organically build through the draft, it's the Spurs.
Here's Westbrook, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And this team encourages Westbrook to look to score inside. You can see why with these results.
And here's MP for 3. The rebound by the Spurs. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the 2-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination. Castle's so good up and down the lane.
Fox against MP. And again. And there it is. 82 points.
And this is a game that he will never forget.
Final quarter here, and we're just over 1.5 minutes through it. Castle, no one around him. Misses the wing chair. Houston's gone 2 or 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Well, look. You have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with this transition buckets.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it. Fantastic slam by MP, proving how dangerous he can be inside.
Vassell, the pass to Wembanyama. It's Vassell on the wing. Offensive rebound on the wing. Johnson for three. That shot off.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
The three from MP. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 7 rebounds in the game. And here's MP for three. And the three ball is good.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
Outside Harper.
2 minutes remaining.
A pass to Fox.
2 minutes.
Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And another one falls. Amazing. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Will it go? And Fox finishes it off.
No swiping it from Fox. Look at those handles. Plus, he finishes it off.
He got it again. Sensational. That's 91, an incredible feat.
This is just flat out insane.
Fox with it. MP's there. And Fox gets it to go.
And we've become accustomed to seeing this from Fox. A fantastic scorer who knows how to get himself done.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Rockets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for MP.
Well, you know, his work on the glass was a key factor, helping to turn the tide as far as the possession game. Oh, that was some power on that dunk.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Here's Fox. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, look, Fox is wiry strong. He can handle contact.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here's MP for three. Sinks the triple.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
So we see Houston taking the W here, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Now let's send it over to Dominic Hamill.
Every defense needs a fear factor. You blocked a few shots tonight and dissuaded more from being attempted. Do you feel like you play that intimidator role for this team?
I don't think it's something one guy has to take on by himself anymore. But all the switching teams do, a shot blocker may not be as intimidating as someone who can guard multiple positions at multiple levels. Whatever it takes to get stops, that's what I'm doing.
Understood. Thanks for your time, MP.
Of course.
Back to you, Kevin.
We appreciate it very much, Dominic. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and
something wrong.
Calm down. Do not focus on the shot. In the back. Pretty cool stuff.
When I'm nervous, I sneeze.
Do not sneeze. Well,
okay, I'll hold it.
Belgium. That's enough. Just go take a break, but don't walk in front of the camera. That I won't even mention here, but it is exciting.
Well, be sure not to leak any info on the socials, understood? Enjoy those trips, huh? Report back soon.
All right, great snack idea for you. I'm all ears. Triple decker PB&J. Are we 12? Sounds like a
Someone over here is taking notice.
Like one photo.
Every photo. Look, I'm not mad. You gotta buy me some supplies, okay? And I mean quality ingredients, okay? It's chemistry. You shortchange me, shortchange yourself.
So, have you decided on your travel destination?
I have. I'm off to Melbourne, Australia, and a day in Brisbane. Oh, that's where a couple of the California kids went to, right?
You didn't like
Good
it?
memory. No, I didn't. She said I dressed up in the gym tonight.
Jake Duvall.
Pretty cool stuff. We're early on them, too. Well, I'm off to Belgium. I got a 7 photo there with all kinds of comparisons that I won't even mention here, but it is exciting.
No, it was just the action.
It's just a public service announcement.
Report back soon. Radio it in.
Hey, this is tunnel staff. It's 12 ounce cup that goes over the tunnel.
Do you know what? Good work, team. I'm just starting to question they're very well
Let's all dive back into the figure out.
And then I realized my key was inside the back
Just a reminder, folks, to make sure to be here for our figurine giveaway. Come to the game and get a figurine of your favorite mascot, Harry the Hawk.
The National Basketball Association and the Atlanta Hawks are committed to a safe and secure sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court or into a league play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member.
And tonight could be special for MP. The all-time record for most points scored in a single season is within reach. All he has to do is continue his offensive dominance. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the NBA on Thursday night. We're bringing it to you live here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Houston Rockets. This is Brian Anderson. I've got Tim Legler and Grant Hill at the table with me, and Allie LaForce covering us courtside. So the Houston starting five. Katie and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. MP is out there with Thompson, and it's Capella in at the five, roaming the paint. Legs were past the halfway point of the season. Some teams starting to run out of time as far as their postseason hopes.
Well, Brian, the play-in will give teams more hope as the season winds down. But if you're in that bottom third of the league in terms of record at this point, it may be time to turn your attention to the draft.
It can be tough on a player, too, to try to finish out a season that way.
Boy, it really is.
Here's Smith. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist.
And there's the length of Smith at work. Playing big on the interior.
Young against MP to stop the run, and the layup is good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
From deep, MP, and Houston, another three.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
MP's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. And it's exceptional the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding. And he's...
Wow! Just wow! Oh, my goodness!
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. Here's Atlanta now. 11-point game. Young looking around. It's hauled in by Houston. And with their last win, they tied that epic Lakers streak of 33 straight victories set back in 71 and 72. You have to wonder how long they can possibly keep this up.
Well, their run to this point, incomprehensible. There's no question this will end up being one of the greatest all-time streaks we've ever seen. The only question that remains, what is a team going to do to...
Oh!
A big finish right there!
Awesome. And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, the Atlanta Hawks this summer, adding free agents Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Luke Kennard, this team is now possessing a stacked wing rotation. And with this infusion of playmaking and shooting, guys, they could be pretty tough to deal with now.
A team to be reckoned with. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. Outside Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can they get it? Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
And for all the attention his offense gets, never question Durant's ability at the defensive end.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against San Antonio played some superb basketball. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. What a game for him, and against their rivals no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
Great report there, Allie. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight.
Hits the trifecta.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to... Night in, night out, you know what you're going to get from Clint Capella.
Well, B.A., he provides activity on both ends of the floor. On the glass, he will protect the rim, and he is a constant lob threat.
From deep, MP. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9 shots here today.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Pass to Gay. 24 seconds left now in the first quarter. Outside, Alexander Walker. Good work there as it goes.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy.
Oh, look at him fly!
Look at that power. They continue to feed the hot hand, and this kid is putting in work.
Kennard outside. The 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Houston sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. We'll be right back after this word. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They're just feasting on fast break chances.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnover. Into points. Those are huge.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Onyeka Okongwu, and it's Houston in at the 3. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. On the wing, Alexander-Walker. That 3's off the mark. Houston leading by 19. Here's him. Look out! Oh my goodness!
Little bit of flair on that one.
Atlanta is shooting just 33% so far in this game. Picked up by Okongwu. Here's the 3. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Houston has got 6 of 7 threes to fall. They're looking solid out there. MP outside. Pure from three-point range. MP's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the 3 ball is just another way that MP can hurt you.
And here's Alexander Walker. He's scoreless. Down low. Here's Gay. Okogie pulls down the board.
Wow, you got to commend the defensive effort right there. It really made a difference.
And here's MP from outside. He drops it from range.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Here's Houston. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Alexander Walker with it. He gets it in there.
Rock the baby. Working the size advantage inside.
And a new group getting ready for the Hawks. Jalen Johnson, he's checked in for Okongwu. Risacher comes in for Gay. Daniels is checked in for Houston. And it's Young in for Kennard. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Durant, he's checked in for Okogie.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And a youth movement for this Hawks roster. What went into that, Tim?
Well, first, they climbed 10 spots to get the #1 pick, which led to Zachary Risacher. Then the trade of DeJounte Murray, which got them Dyson Daniels, who's 7 years younger. And, of course, you've got Jalen Johnson, who's breaking out. So they've got some young talent that is on the rise.
Pass to Daniels. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Risacher. Banked it in off the glass. Risacher's gotten his second bucket of the game.
It's always good to see Risacher mixing it up down low.
And here's MP from outside. Knocks down the triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Risacher. Young against MP. Young, the pass to Daniels. Here's Risacher. It's hauled in by Houston. Coming into this, having notched a win against San Antonio in their last game.
They really had a strong night shooting the basketball. They got hot and stayed hot.
Well, I just thought they had the tempo exactly where they wanted it. To me, that was the difference in the game.
Let's go with a 3. The long distance 3 is buried. MP's got 46.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight. And with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Outside Risacher. The kick out to Young. Over MP. Young misses. The Rockets have gotten all 8 shots to go. A perfect second quarter so far. And it's Daniels with the ball for the Hawks. Coming into this, having notched a win against Boston in their last game.
And guys, those road games are never easy. But they had a solid strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
They were so precise with their execution. They didn't make many mistakes on either end, and that took the crowd out of the game.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Outside Young. And Atlanta misses again.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire...
Good! That's another bucket!
Another big night, and he's nearing the #1 spot for most 50-point games in a single campaign.
Man, I've never seen a season like this. Over and over, he continues to explode on the offensive end.
Yeah, and the top record for 50-point games comes from Wilt Chamberlain's incredible 1962 campaign when he averaged 50 points a game.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Rockets on top, delivering the blowout. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Welcome to the halftime show. And if they're going to turn this around, it's going to be a long...
They know they don't have to keep shooting threes, right? When you're this cold, you just can't keep tossing them.
And next up, here's a look at some of the contenders for the fan-favorite three-point contest.
Now that we're close to knowing who will be participating,
Some of these guys may be in the gym early and leaving late, shooting threes on a timer.
If you're not prepared, it's easy to look bad in this event.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
Kicking off the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward. Clint Capella out there with Smith, and it's MP in at the point guard position. And when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, BA, you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
Daniels outside. Outside Rizache. Porzingis high post. Capella with a block.
A quality defender, Capella uses his size and reach to erase shots.
Baseline jumper, and Porzingis gets it to go on the assist from Young.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Time now to hear from our reporter. Oh,
look out!
Wow. With authority.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Houston has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. And in the first year of a 5-year, $150 million extension, Jalen Johnson, a key player for his team moving forward, Legs.
And he's coming off that shoulder surgery, an injury which ended his season prematurely. And he's a lefty, so hopefully that won't be an issue going forward.
Let's not forget he's Milwaukee tough, too.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Stolen by Capella.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Young attacking. Here's Daniels. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And good! There's another! 71 points and no end in sight.
He's in the zone. The defense looks helpless.
Outside Young. They need this. And Atlanta misses again.
Well, he was hoping to respond with a 3 of his own. He just couldn't get it to go.
A nice shot by MP.
And he has led the attack for them the entire game, and now he's trying to get them to the finish line.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
It's been a rough quarter for him. I think patience can help. Take the shots that are there. Don't force it.
Ooh, stolen by Smith. MP outside. Takes a 3. Good. He hits again. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Fires the 3. Yet another bucket.
And as he continues to fill it up, guys, he's nearing first place all time for points in a season.
Historically dominant. He's put them on his back all season long.
And Wilt Chamberlain scoring 4,029 points back in 1962. A whole different era. But to surpass that now would be almost inconceivable.
There's Young with the 3. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Outside Rizache. Here's Young. No good. Unable to win this run.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then D up.
A nice shot by MP.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a...
He got it again! Sensational!
That bucket does it. He's tied the top spot for points in a season.
Well, to call him a force on the offensive end wouldn't do him justice. This has been a season for the ages.
Yeah, 4,029 points, matching Chamberlain's 1962 mark. Awesome.
MP. Quinn Snyder with some words for his players.
One of the biggest things is not to react.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Trae Young. He's out there with Luke Kennard. And another one!
A day has come that I thought we'd never see. He's done the impossible.
And it's a new record for points in a season. Incredible!
Yeah, all season long, MP has been chasing Wilt's record, and to see him break it here, it's something that everyone will remember for decades to come.
MP against Young. Over to the wing. Offline with a three. The Rockets on offense. Looking ahead, they've got the Mavericks coming to town for their next one. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Now here's Okongwu. Pass to Kennard. Outside Young. 6 to shoot. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. From deep, MP. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
They've been unable to get guys back up court.
Young against MP. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. MP's got 12 now in this quarter.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Young against MP. Kennard for three. Eason pulls it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
A nice shot by MP.
And look at that range from MP. He's really showing it off right now. He may be young, but man, does he ever shoot it with confidence.
Young against MP. To the inside. To the wing on the left. Gay. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Gay's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's MP from outside. And Houston, another three.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Young with it. He's picked up by Eason. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Okongwu, the pass to Kennard. No good with the triple. The Rockets have gotten all 6 shots to fall in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer. Rebound Atlanta. Pass to Young. Kennard outside. And there's a pick. Launches it. Unable to get that one. Houston with the ball. They're on an 18-3 run. From deep, MP knocks it down from distance.
MP smart enough to know he doesn't have to get to the rim to be effective.
After seeing a franchise player like Luka Doncic traded, you think there's anyone who is truly untouchable about him?
Well, I tell you what, that trade, BA, made me realize nobody in this league is immovable. You just don't know what the future holds, and I think fewer guys will stay with one team their entire careers.
That was a shocker for sure.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Rockets.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And looking at their record now, tonight's win gives them 45 on the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
Well, he was all over the place out there, creating turnovers. Quick hands, quick feet, nothing was getting past him.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Porzingis has checked in for Okongwu. Jalen Johnson comes in for Gay. Risache, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Kennard. And then for Houston, Green comes in for Finney-Smith. And Tate is subbed in for Okogie. There's Young with the three. Rockets with a rebound.
Oh, he is off from deep. Maybe it's time to look for another option.
From deep, MP. Oh, connects again.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time great individual performances in league history. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Young misses.
Something's off about him this quarter.
He seems like he's...
Connects again from distance.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam? Oh, another one falls.
Well, folks, he's now bested his own single-game record for points in a game with this simply incredible offensive explosion we watched unfold. Congrats to him for now holding down 2 of the...
MP, you've talked about wanting to string some wins together and also the need for your team to have a strong rebounding...
Me and the guys, we're happy with the win.
Brian, over to you.
Well, folks, that's going to do it.
Yeah, Frank.
Like the easy ones. There we go. Okay. No one in NBA history has ever scored as many points in a season as you have, MP, so
True.
Congratulations. Good job. Yeah.
Thanks,
but
Frank.
most of those guys didn't have access to the three-pointer, the medical training data, coaching, and staff and development that you did. So given all that, where do you think that this record places you, honestly, as far as the great scorers of all time go?
Okay, yeah. But really, I couldn't do this without people helping me, Frank. But nobody reaches this level of success alone. So y'all can argue with each other over who the greatest scorer is, but this accomplishment isn't less impressive because it's not the 60s, okay? You play the hand life deals you, and I played mine about as well as you possibly can. I'll let y'all worry about the rest, Frank.
You're worried.
Okay, right here, please.
Just broke the single season score.
Today is the day. Ever since I started dribbling a basketball, all I've heard about is Cooper Flag, especially growing up in New York. Whenever people found out I was a...
Hey, how's it going, MP?
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Houston Rockets going up against the Dallas Mavericks. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Facing off tonight, DB, we've got two Western Conference teams with a lot of talent and high aspirations.
Kevin, both teams believe they have what it takes to represent the West in the finals. So this is a game you look to as a litmus test for where your team is at.
Now let's go courtside for a report on MP's history-making season.
He just had an all-time moment breaking Wilt Chamberlain's single-season points record. Him and Wilt are still the only players in NBA history with over 4,000 points in a year. He told me he hopes to add to this record tonight. I'm betting he will, guys.
Yeah, he could add a lot to it. Thanks. And with the season in its stretch run, MP's been out to prove that his name should be on the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Well, he plays with a lot of pride, and we've seen that all season. But as much as individual goals matter, he's got to keep in mind that the best way to show his worth is to help the team win. And no point in accumulating individual accolades if your team hasn't had success. Winning still needs to be the #1 priority.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Big men on the floor for Italy, Washington and Gafford. Irving is out there with Dante Exum. And it's Flagg in at the small forward position. And we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance MP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way. He was making everything from the floor.
And Doris, with the big trade last season, there's more than a little pressure to win in Dallas.
Kevin, this organization traded away a generational star in Luka Doncic, one of the great players we've seen come into the league as an 18-year-old. And you've got a player in Anthony Davis who has an injury history and is 6 years older. You better believe there's pressure in D-Town.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Here's Flagg. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Irving passes to Gafford. Here's Flagg. It's Exum on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Flagg. From deep Washington. And again, Dallas with the 3.
We know P.J. Washington very respectable from distance.
A three from MP. The Mavericks pull it in. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And if you look at the box score from that game, guys, the first thing you'll notice is how many turnovers they forced.
Yeah, I think that's a product of being incredibly aggressive. You could see that was a part of their strategy going in, and I thought they were consistently following that the entire game.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry you up.
Rockets leading by 9. For Kyrie Irving, Doris, what a run to the finals in 2024 with the man.
He works seamlessly with the great Luka Doncic. And the beauty of Kyrie Irving historically is put him next to a great player, and you will not in any way diminish his game.
And Van Vliet out there with MP. Then it's Tari Eason. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Okogie in at the threesome. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against Atlanta had a huge game. He dropped an amazing number of points and hit a bunch of threes. No surprises there. Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that wave tonight, guys.
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
MP against Russell. Over MP.
Sharp defensive instincts from MP, showing off his IQ as a defender.
And again, it's the Rockets from deep. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Rockets?
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And the three off target. Mavericks trail by 18. Here's Russell with the three. Nailed from three-point land.
Arguably the most dangerous weapon in D'Angelo Russell's arsenal. This guy is a problem for the defense.
And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it.
Oh, that's unbelievable. D'Angelo Russell rises up and drops the hammer.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with them. Houston with a big group substitution here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Jabari Smith comes in for Tari Eason. Durant's checked in for Josh Okogie. And Amen Thompson subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Mavericks trail by 19. Pass to Flag. Irving for three. Another three for Dallas.
Kyrie Irving is capable of going shot for shot.
From the arc. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Here's Irving. Exum with a wide open look. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Off target from three-point range. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Pass to Washington. Back to Irving. The three. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The three from MP. Drills the three-pointer. MP's got 45 points.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Now Flag, guarded by KD. To the right side. 5 on the clock. Exum passes to Washington. Dallas needs to get off a shot. A 3-ball. Shot clock reset for Dallas. Rockets leading by 22. MP with it. He's picked up by Irving. And the dunk by MP.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
Irving against MP. For the screen on MP. And it's Kyrie Irving with the three. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
MP against Irving. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Boy, despite his efficiency, they just can't get over the hump.
And a deep three from MP. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Houston Rockets. A sensational night for him continues as he cranks his three-point made total even higher on what has been a historic night for him. Back right after this.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Houston Rockets.
They've made it fun to watch. Some of the best players in the world doing what they do best, Ernie.
Yeah, when everything clicks, it can be the most beautiful game on earth. 5 guys with one mission. Moving on to our next topic, All-Star voting. A peek at the latest returns.
Well, it's always an honor to be selected, especially if it's your first All-Star game. It's just a sign of respect.
And some newbies trying to make their case. A couple of great candidates out there trying to close strong. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, a debate is brewing. While the NBA has pushed back against load management, saying it's an 82-game league, prominent voices on the team side countering that. With much more movement on every possession, modern play style places novel demands on players' bodies.
A serious challenge. Okay, Shams, we thank you for that report. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Big man on the floor for Middle Washington and Gafford. Dante Exum is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Flagg in at the 3, the small forward. The 3 from MP. And another 3 for Houston.
The floor spacing ability on display by MP right there.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Alan. Force on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. The Dallas Mavericks are all in on defense. Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "That's something you can hang your hat on, especially when your offense isn't going. Defense will give you a chance to win those ugly games. That gives you the opportunity to play for that bigger trophy." Back over to you guys.
Yeah, gotta have it. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Pass to Washington. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Washington's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And so here is Houston. And what you love about Cooper Flagg, GA, he's committed with playing the game the right way.
Yeah, I mean, even back in middle school, he would binge watch the '86 Celtics, a team known for its high IQ.
Irving from long range. Rebound by Smith.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Dallas making a switch here. Russell's checked in. Now let's take a look at the top rookies in the league. Our rankings here for the race for Rookie of the Year. Distinction every young player would love to have. You look at MP, well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
I'll tell you, it's one of the brightest starts to a career that I can remember. He's certainly well positioned for that award. Boy, what a frustrating, sluggish start to this half. Brutal.
Banked in off the glass. MP's got 14 points here in the second half.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
And a wide open look for Flagg. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Well, Flagg can do it all. He can initiate, and he can beat you off the catch as well.
And here's MP for three. Drains the three-pointer.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Flagg. Dallas moving it around. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's MP. Yet another bucket.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Here's Flagg. Doubled by Smith. Russell kicks to Exum. Over in the corner, Washington. There's Russell with the three. The rebound by KD.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And you look at this Mavs rotation now, Doris, a wide range of ages.
And that's important, Kevin, because typically when you start a rebuild or a build, it begins with young players. But inevitably, there comes a moment in time where you think we need some maturity and we need some veterans in our locker room. So it's always better to have a blend.
Pass to Flagg. Offensive rebound, and that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Houston with a big group substitution here. Dorian Finney-Smith checked in for Clint Capella. Tari Eason comes in for Smith. Okogie's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Amen Thompson. Dallas also making some changes. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Haji Marshall comes in for P.J. Washington. That's Thompson in for Dante Exum.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
It's Russell with the drives. Dallas again missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
MP, good.
Oh, pull up on a dime. MP doing work.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
1 made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Pass to Eason. MP way outside. That ball, great assist by VanVleet.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Rockets on top, running away with it. And we'll be back with you right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Let's go to the sideline. We've got something on Kyrie Irving. Allie, what have you heard there?
The head athletic trainer for the Mavericks let me know the status. We do now know that the ankle is twisted. He's trying to walk it off, but we have no further information at this time. Though it'll take some time to fully recover from this injury, the staff has given him the green light to play on it. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks for that. Well, at least we know now how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
MP out there with Fred VanVleet. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Okogie in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And finished off by Lively.
Derek Lively at such a young age, such a good screener, and then gets to open space and finishes. Everything you want from a young big.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. Well, Doris, clearly the NBA award voting is an imperfect process and is often the cause of some intense debate.
Just look at the most valuable player debate over the last 5 or 6 seasons. You've had guys neck and neck for maybe the most prestigious award in the league. And one of the things that frustrates me, Kevin, is when a player has won multiple MVP and voter fatigue comes into place. It drives me nuts. Even though they have the lead, this guy keeping his foot on the gas pedal, I love it.
Out to Thompson. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Houston. MP's got 4 rebounds in this game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Pass to Thompson. Now, here's Gafford. Marshall sets a screen for Russell. Irving from long range. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists tonight.
This guy lives out there. Irving, one of the best three-point shooters in the game.
A nice shot by MP. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Pass to Irving. Fires the 3. Rockets with the rebound. There's 1:59 left in the 4th. Spins. MP looking around. Again, what an avalanche!
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Here's Russell. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Jeff Green picks one up.
You can see the assertiveness right now of D'Angelo Russell. He welcomes the contact and powers and plays right through it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Tate, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
That's a young, creative mind right there. MP doing work.
.131 left in the 4th quarter. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much flew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight will make it 46. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
This is the very definition of being in a zone. Everything the defense tried against him, he had an answer for it.
Irving with the steal.
Third personal foul.
The first one falls. You know, Greg, when Kyrie elevates off the dribble, it's a work of art.
He makes it look so easy, but that fluidity is the result of countless hours in the gym and perhaps an innate gift for the extraordinary. Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Irving with it. Now defended by MP. And stolen by MP. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Nobody near Irving. And Gafford throws it down.
Given his shooting ability, Irving presents a ton of problems in the pick and roll.
MP outside. Stolen by Washington. So we see Houston taking the W here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Now let's go to our sideline reporter, Dominic Hamill.
All the data now about shot profiles and what kind of looks a defense should allow, it's got to be refreshing sometimes just to send one back.
Everybody feels better after a block. Someone lost their man, that block lets them gather and reset. Someone sticking tight on their man, they see that block, it gets their adrenaline. Now they're guarding even harder. You can call that refreshing for whatever reason you want. It's exciting. It's a block.
That it is.
What I do.
Yes, agreed. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dominic, thanks. And that'll do it, folks. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. And we'll see you next time.
All right, MP. Finally got a chance to go up against Cooper Flagg tonight. What'd you think?
He can hoop. Yeah, he can definitely hoop. But hey, I knew I could hang with him. I never doubted it for a second, you know? We played against some of the same people in high school, so I knew I was on that same level. And I proved it tonight. To everybody.